Hi everyone. We are going to have a few minutes on parashat haziunu, the portion of the week. This parasha, this Shabbat, is the Shabbat between Yom Kippur and the holiday of Sukkot. The special part in this parasha, one of the major ones, is the fact that it's written as a poetry. It's not written with regular lines in the parasha. It's written in such manner that it's appearing in two columns. You can see that this is a copy of part of the Bible, and the way that it's written on parchment, and we have right column and left column and space in between, which is not usual the way the Torah is written. The Kabbalists are telling us that the right column represents the upper realm, the Bina consciousness, the place, the level of energy from whom all the blessing is being manifest in this world, for sustenance, for health, life, children, and so on. The other column represent the Malchut kingdom, represent the manifestation. So therefore, we have here a way of transforming, transferring energy from an upper realm to our realm. Now, the fact that it's written as poetry and it's considered to be poetry, it also indicates that this is a higher form of channeling energy through the words that are being written over here. Because poetry is it's a very special channel for light. This is why that one of the ways to reveal light in the temple, the time that it existed 2,000 years ago, was the songs, the song that the Levites are usually were singing every day. They had a special song that they were singing Shira. It's in Hebrew. Shira is to sing, but it's also poetry. It's a special channel for light. So therefore, this is what we have over here, a powerful channel of light. Why do we need it? Because we need that type of light in the seed level of the year, because even though that it's the 7th month, according to the astrology, in the Hebrew calendar, it's considered to be the beginning of the new year, even though that this is the 7th month. It's the beginning for being judged to life or death for the next 12 months. So therefore, it's a powerful time that we need additional channels of energy to assist us. So therefore, this is what we have over here in parashat haziunu. Now, in chapter 32, verse 4, it speaks there about a spiritual concept that we need to adopt, and if we would be successful in doing that, all our life will look different. Every situation in our life will look different. Because it says here that the deeds of the mighty rock, it speaks, the mighty rock is like hinting over here to the Almighty God, are perfect, which means the deeds of God are perfect. For all his ways are just, and faithful God without injustice. He is righteous and upright. Which means the verse in Hebrew is saying that everything that God is doing is totally perfect and total just. If we can adopt that type of concept, and this is why in a logical way it's impossible to adopt such a verse, because we see if it's upon to us, we would say that there is so much injustice in this world, and it's illogical to say that everything that in this take place in this world is total just. Do you want to tell me that it's total just that the people are being killed in war, and there are so many refugees today in this world? Do you want to tell me that this is just that women will be raped? Do you want to tell me that this is just that people will die hungry, that the children will fight in Africa one another with guns that is being provided by the nice West and so on, the Western world? So we need to understand that it's impossible to accept it in a logical way. You need to have a very strong belief system that God is totally just, and everything that is happening is totally accurate, even though that we don't understand it, even though that it's looking totally the opposite. We need to understand that the world is today behaving with, even though that we see a lot of judgment, this is still mercy. Because if the world should be judged upon our own actions, but accurately, exactly upon our own actions, then the world would not exist, would not hold even half a day, maybe an hour, and the world will be totally erased, like in the time of Noah, totally erased, which means there is a huge merciful system that's keeping us going on, that keeps the world going on the way that it is today. So therefore, can we adjust to the idea, can we uplift ourselves to the idea that God is totally accurate and there are no mistakes in whatsoever with what happened through the history? What happened till now, it's total just. What will happen in the future, we have a freedom of choice to choose an easier path that we were choosing till today, which means depends on our own actions to soften the processes in the world today. If many people in the world will behave better one to another, the entire process will be better. This is our choice from this point on. But what happened till today, it's total just. Now, if I can accept it on a personal level and truly accept it, then I will come to the point in which it won't be a problem to have total forgiveness to everyone that ever hurt me, anyone and everyone. Which means if someone insulted me, if someone cheated me in business, if someone was hurting me physically, whatsoever, I will be able totally to forgive to that person, knowing that it's total just, that no one can do anything to anyone without the permission of the mighty rock, as is being hinted over here, the Almighty God. Which means not that God wants us to suffer, but if we are already suffer, this is after that there is a whole court case taking place in a spiritual realm, in a realm which is above time, space, and motion as we know it. And after that, the decree is being decided over there, and there is no other way but judgment to manifest a certain correction in this world, then it comes for individuals and all, and for the for everyone as a group, which means it's really essential that we will think about this point. Maybe we won't accept it in a minute, but that we will think about this point again and again and again till we'll come to realize that there is nothing but God in this world and everything is totally accurate. And then we will be able to forgive even to people that till today we could not forgive them, even though that they did horrible things to us. Because if we want the light force of God to forgive us for our own mistakes, we need to be in a point in which we are totally forgiving everyone else. It doesn't mean that we have to like them from today on and that we have to become friends again and so on. It doesn't mean that, but it means totally to forgive. And this is not an easy job, but it's important because still in this year, according to the Hebrew calendar, we still have a chance to affect in the seed level of the year our entire next 11 months of the year. Friends, this is very essential. Now, in continuation, in verse 6, chapter 32, it says, is this how you repay the Lord? This is the literal translation of the verse, but according to the Kabbalist, according to Rabbi Isaac Luria, the Kabbalist from Tzfat, from the 16th century, is giving a very nice interpretation to this verse, because we have one letter, Ha, one letter that is considered to be as a word by itself. It's a bigger letter, it's written on the parchment as a big letter, and it represents, according to Kabbalah, Bina consciousness, the upper realm. And then we have the name of God in Hebrew that represent that the level that connects between the upper world to our realm. This is like the transformator, the channels of energy between the upper realm to our world. So this is the channels. And eventually over here, we have the level that's considered to be Kingdom Malchut. It says in Hebrew, Ha LaHashem tigmelu zot. To God, you are doing that, you repay that, but in the spiritual level, it means to bring light from the upper realm, the realm where sustenance, health, children, life are coming from that energy force, and through the channels to bring it to our level. So therefore, it's a very powerful verse to connect with the light in this portion. Another nice, very nice thing that the Zohar, the Book of Splendor, is explaining to us, that in chapter 2, verse 10, 11, and 12, starting the process, starts with, "He shall find him in the land of wilderness," and ending, "and there was no alien deity with him." It speaks here in the Zohar that this is a process of diagnosing a disease. How a doctor should behave when he comes and he see a patient and he considers that patient that is very sick the same as in the middle of a wilderness. That now the doctor need to watch very carefully to try to find what's the reason why that person is sick. So there is a whole process over here that is guiding what a doctor should do, and with the commentary of the Zohar. So therefore we consider that 3 verses, 10, 11, 12 in chapter 32 as a powerful, I can say, coded message to channel the energy that can assist us, especially those that are dealing with healing, to assist them with getting the proper energy to be able to diagnose diseases properly. Because this is the hardest thing to do, because if the diagnosis is good, then you can treat it properly. If you don't have the right diagnosis, you can, God forbid, the doctor can kill the person with the wrong diagnosis, because it will give him the wrong medicine. And this is one of the things that this is the hardest to do, to have someone that can diagnose in the proper way. So here we ask for the blessing, that God forbid, if someone is sick, that the diagnosis will be the correct one. Now, as a patient, God forbid, if we are not doctors, we wish that if, God forbid, we are sick, as a patient, we'll have the merit to meet the right doctor that will diagnose the problem in the right way and will help us in the proper manner. So therefore, these 3 verses that are channeling that energy of diagnosing disease properly is good for everyone, even though that we are not doctors, or we are not dealing with healing and the need of diagnose diseases for others. So we wish also to have a protection, that energy to protect us, that if, God forbid, we'll need that the doctor will diagnose, he will diagnose us properly, or our family members, and so on. Now, in the entire portion, parashat haziunu, there are 52 verses, and the word in Hebrew that numerically equal to 52 is kelev, and kelev literally translated as a dog. But also in the Hebrew language, it's very powerful. This is the power of the holy language. Kelev is kelev, as or like a heart, like the heart of the person. So therefore, what's the issue with the dog? Dog is a totally heart. When the dog love his master, is loving him totally. It doesn't care if the master loves him or not, beats him or not. The dog loves the master with no questions. This is like unconditional love that sometimes the dog can have to a person. This is why sometimes people prefer dogs upon people, God forbid. This is the situation. No, not once I heard that people that said that they prefer the company of an animal, like a dog, than a company of a human being, because the dog will love them always, won't hurt them the way that people might hurt them. So therefore, in Kabbalah it says that there is a negative force that is considered and named a dog. It's not physical, it's something metaphysical called klipat hakelev, the shell of a dog. This is when a person is blind to see the truth because of love. This is why there is expression that love make people blind. They don't see because of love. When we love something, when we believe in something, it causes us not to see the proper picture many times, because we are bribed by the love that we have. So this negativity dwells in the heart of people, in our own heart. So therefore we need assistance of the light force of God to help us to see beyond that shell, that negativity, named the shell of a dog, this bribery that we take because that we believe in something, or because that we love someone and we don't see the real picture. So it doesn't have to be someone, it can be situations in life in which we don't see the truth, because we are comfortable and we love the way that things are, and we don't want to see beyond, and therefore we are stuck. So in this parasha, again, we have a very powerful force to ask the light force of God to assist us to go above that negativity that dwells in our heart, and to be able to let go from our old belief systems, to be able to see the better truth in our life, the next level where we need to step into, and not to stay stuck in the level that we are dwelling in today. Because if we don't change our belief systems, we won't be able to advance to the next level. This is like a blockage that don't let us go on. And this is why, even though that sometimes we do study spirituality for many years, if we don't let go from certain belief systems, the old ones, that it's comfortable for us to stay with them, then we are stuck. We are not getting advanced. This is why we need to let go. And it's not easy. We are asking the light force of God through this portion, parashat haziunu, to assist us to be able to go forward. And I wish everyone a happy new year, and health, sustenance, and all good relationships and everything, and Shana Tova. Kol Tov.